Hello, Masterduel Central. How's it going, guys? So today we have the Anti-Spell Festival upon us, and we want to go through a what should you play. Many different deck lists being showcased here thanks to the Discord community, the Masterduel Central Discord. You can join it, link in the description. It is completely free. And yeah, just got to give a huge shout out to everyone that submitted decks, showing some replays, showing some deck lists for the event. We love doing these. Now, of course, I can't go through every single deck that's going to be good this event because there is a lot, okay? Losing spells does not mean that it's only going to be trap decks. In fact, I don't think there's going to be that many trap decks that are going to be that relevant. Eldlich might be alright at best. They lose a lot of consistency without the spells. A lot of floodgates are banned, right? Like no stun. I think it's going to be very diverse. But anyway, let's just get into the decks here. We got a lot to go through. So first off, we're doing Sword Soul here. This is probably the deck I'm going to be playing the most this event. I think Sword Soul is just in a really good place in this format because even though we lose our spells, really the only spell you care about losing that much is like Emergence. But other than that, it's really not that bad. It just means that your arch nemesis Protoss is a Saki one of now that you have to kind of draw to get it. But other than that, I mean, searchable Blackout. Blackout is a great back row removal card. The deck easily sets up an Omni Negate, so we don't have to worry about like an evenly matched or Imperm as much as other decks. And you know, other than that, if they do Imperm, I'm running the little Danglong package, so we can like set up Adara plus any of our level 4s. And if they decide to Imperm, at least we can go into Danglong and at least get ourselves a nice little Omni Negate worst case scenario. So it's really not too bad. Also running the sauce with the Incredible Ecclesia. Incredible Ecclesia, you can get yourself a Fallen of Albaz, discard a card, make Mirror Jade with whatever extra deck monsters your opponent is making. And you know, we are running like a Brigrin just as a like easy Centigrave to banish a card, but honestly, like, it doesn't really matter which one you run here. Like, they're all pretty much useless. But yeah, this is the deck list, and I mean, Sword Soul, you know, this is like a basic deck list. I don't think I'm going to show you a replay for this one. I do have a saucier version with the Sangan. I can show you that real quick right now. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Tour Guide one-card combo. I have a video on it. You know, you can one-card combo Tour Guide into your Auroradon to get some crazy combos going. I don't think this is the best way to play Sword Soul, but it's the sauciest way, so I'm definitely going to show you a replay for this one instead, just because it's funny. And anyway, I'm not going to get too deep into this deck list. It's definitely not optimal. It's just funny. So I'm going to show you a replay for this one instead of the regular Sword Soul. All right, and next, I mean, we do have to go through Eldlich. Eldlich is, honestly, in my opinion, not going to be that good. If you look at this deck list here, like, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kind of like engine cards, plus, like, obviously the Golden Lords that you could play more Guardian of the Golden Land if you wanted to, I guess. I don't know. I just think this deck generally just doesn't look that good without this consistency spells and stuff. It's still okay, but you're also losing like really strong floodgates. Like the best floodgates you get in here are Mistake and Summon Limit, which like it's fine. Like it's good. Summon Limit is a crazy card for sure. Summon Limit is probably the best floodgate in this whole format. But I don't know. I just don't know about Eldlich. I don't think it's going to be that good. I'm not going to be showing you a replay for Eldlich, but I did kind of want to show what the deck might look like to kind of clarify why I'm not too worried about Eldlich personally. It's still going to be good, but I mean, I just look at this. It doesn't look too crazy, right? So on to the next deck list. Now, if we want to talk budget options, I mean, Paleozoic Frogs is probably going to be a really great pick if you want to build a deck for very cheap. In the main deck, there are no non-staple URs. Like, there's staples like Infinite Impermanence that you should already have, Nibiru that you should already have, Pancratops you can run if you want to. Like, if you go second, this deck does struggle, so I figured I'd play the Pancratops in it evenly. And for the extra deck, the only real UR you need is Totally Awesome. These other ones are all pretty much staples that you should already have, and if you don't, well, it's not really the end of the world. You can still play the deck. So it really only needs one UR that's not a staple, so I figure if you want like a good budget deck that you can play in here, probably Paleozoic Frogs. They're still not amazing. I mean, we are talking about a format where you can like pretty much play Trap Brigade, Adamancipator, stuff like that. So it's not like it's gonna destroy the meta or anything, but for like a budget deck, if you don't have anything else, I think this is a really good one that you could play, and it's a lot of fun. I love Paleozoic Frogs. This might be the only event where they're actually good, so you know, we'll take it. Real quick, for the dudes who wanted to see Dinos, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, Dinos is kind of trash this event, but this is the best I could come up with. It sets up a Jinzo turn 1 I guess it's pretty good. You know, you can set up a Jinzo with an IP Masquerena and go into Avramax. I will show you the combo for this one, and it's kind of nice, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. Stay away from this Dino deck. I honestly think Pure Dinos is just trash this event. You might as well play like the Loner Dinomorphia Dino Hybrid deck. I think that's genuinely better than this. Because really, like, in my opinion, if you don't have Fossil Digs and you don't have Lost World, like, Dinos are just kind of like trash. They already struggle with consistency, and this just makes them even worse. In my opinion, just play the Loner deck. Another deck that's similar to Sword Soul, relatively unhurt other than losing a couple like consistency spells, is Armed Dragons. And Armed Dragons, while it might look bricky, it's actually not that bricky at all. Not nearly as bricky as Dinos. This deck is really good. Since you lose some consistency spells, we're going to be running the Little Dragon Ruler for the Wind one, Lightning Dragon Ruler of Drafts. So yeah, this deck is going to be really solid. Shouts out to Rapture for this list. You can also just play the Infinite Negate version if you prefer that. But I do have a really cool combo from Rapture for this one. So we're going to be showing a replay for Armed Dragons. This one looks really sick, really solid. And keep in mind, guys, we don't need to get too sweaty for this event, right? Because this event is a festival. It's not like a ranked event like the Link one was. So, you know, don't be scared to play a deck that just looks fun, where you might not win every single game, but you'll get a lot more enjoyment out of the event that way. Oh, also, while we're here, Trap Stun is going to be a really, really good card this event. If you guys want to play this, negate all other trap effects on the field this turn. Really solid. Highly recommend playing it if you have the space for it. Anyway, on to the next deck. All right, so here we have Performapal Magicians, and this deck is really solid this event. It's just a very, very explosive combo deck. This trap card here, Time Pendulum Graph, is really, really solid. A good way to pop some cards. So this deck is just really strong, really explosive. We do have a good replay for this one that I can show you. If you already have this deck, you might as well play this. It's going to be super good this event. All right, so for our next deck list here, and I think this might be actually the best deck this event. I think you're going to be seeing a lot of this from everyone that has it. Adamancipator is pretty much untouched this event, to be honest. This deck is just insane. Very monster focused deck in the first place, so they don't really lose anything much. They have 3 Block Dragon, which is obviously just broken. I really think this deck is going to be crazy this event. I hope not to see too much, even though it is crazy and it is based. In this game, it's so slow because of the damn excavation effects taking forever. So hopefully we don't see too much of it, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think this might be one of the best decks. So if you have Adamancipators, you should probably play at this event. I do have a replay for this one. This deck is absolutely nuts. Anyway, I think we're going to get into the replays now. I do want to point out there's some decks missing on here that are really, really good. Like Trap Tricks is super solid. There's like, I couldn't go through every single deck list that might be good. Trap Tricks is really good. Trap Brigade is going to be probably quite good as well. And I'm sure there's many other examples that I'm missing. So make sure to point out in the comments the deck that you think should be in this video. And without further ado, let's get into the replays. All right, so for our first replay here, we're going to go with the saucy Sword Soul deck here with the Tour Guide. So basically, we start by normal summoning the Tour Guide, special summoning out the Sangan, and we decide to make a long one at the start to just go into Baron, just in case they have a hand trap during our main combo here. So we just use basically a long one early since we added in hand. So one card combo here, we go to Barricade Borg Blocker off of Sangan Tour Guide. Then we get the special summon the Turbo Booster. We search off of Sangan, go into Auroradon, get those 3 nice tokens, and even sped up. This is still really slow. Tribute the Auroradon in a token to bring out Olion. Use Olion in a token, make Danglong effect, and we also chain block it with the Olion. We add the Jiaotu to our hand, then we send the Ashna to the grave to make Danglong level 7. We use Danglong and a token to make the Changying. Then the Danglong triggers in grave, special summoning out a Chiwen from the deck. We can banish the Danglong from our grave to special summon Vishta from the deck and go into a Grandmaster Shishao. Now we already used our Sword Soul long one this turn, and we already had Blackout, so we decided to just search another long one for like next turn. So we've got Blackout here, Infinite Impermanence, a Baron de Fleur, a Changying, and a Grandmaster. Pretty powerful board, pretty easy to get with this deck. The regular Sword Soul would get like one less ranked level 10 Synchro, but it's going to be more consistent. So I do think you should be playing the regular Sword Soul, but this is just pretty saucy. Our opponent here is playing Pendulum Magicians. We will negate both of these guys. They'll go into Ignister Prominence. We'll activate Blackout, popping the Changying, but then we activate the Changying effect and banish one monster from our opponent's field as well as graveyard, which basically means we clear the entire board, and from there, you know, it's basically game. game. I think I BM a little bit here. I don't know why I did that. It's pretty messed up that I would do that to one of my devout viewers, Kronos here, who helped out so much with this video. Shouts out to you, Kronos. Sorry for BMing here. But yeah, we go for game. And that's about it for this deck. Really, really solid. I think Sword Soul is going to be amazing in this format, like I said. Alright, so this one's for you guys who wanted to see pure dinos and what pure dinos can do this event. Honestly, nothing too crazy. So we're going to go Oviraptor effect here, search Misk effect. Then we're going to go banish Misk, summon Archosaur. Archosaur pop the baby. Since we don't have spells, instead of searching a pill, we'll search Caligot Claw Crow. Because a lot of people don't know this, but Archosaur can actually search sea serpents, reptiles, or winged beasts. Ovi is dark. Caligot Crow summon itself. It's a good material for link summoning. It's pretty much all we can do with our Archosaur here, but we do want that baby pop for the combo. Then we'll summon out a baby, pop the baby with Ovi, summon another baby from grave, scrap Raptor, pop the baby, summon another baby, Petite Rhinodon in this case from the deck, special out Caligot Crow, use it, and Raptor to make a Wyvern, bring out the Raptor, pop the Raptor, Raptor effect, Wyvern effect, summon out the Raptor, pop the Petite, and we'll add a Scrap Recycler to a hand with the Scrap Raptors effect, and we decide to summon out a Pancratops with our Petite, because, you know, it's a pretty good effect, pretty good card. I think I should have put it in attack position. We don't really need to play around Lightning Storm this event, but what we summon out here with our extra normal summon that Scrap Raptor gives us, we can summon in the Scrap Recycler. Scrap Recycler can send Jinzo from deck to grave, then using 2 level 4s, can make Dugares, remove 2 materials, special summon out Jinzo. Then we use these 4 here to make Appaloosa. So I kind of misplayed here. I should have summoned Dugares in the zone under Wyvern and summoned Jinzo here. That way we could have used Dugares as a material to make an IP Masquerena instead, and we could have reacted on our opponent's turn. Like maybe we would have rather made an Avramax depending what our opponent is playing. But we made an Appaloosa here since we misplayed. It's better than nothing. It's still a pretty big Appaloosa and a Pancratops, and we pretty much had game anyway. But yeah, just saying, make sure to summon the Dugares under the Scrap Wyvern, and because you're going to use the Dugares as a link material, but you want to keep that Jinzo on the field, and you'd rather go for IP so that you can react to what your opponent is doing. It's like playable, but honestly, I just don't think dinos are really good this event. Like that was like a decent hand, but most of the time you're going to be breaking because you have like no consistency since you don't have your searcher spell or anything. All right, so for our next replay here, we're going to be doing Performapal Magicians. Sorry if the if the replay is upside down. I was playing against a viewer, and they decided to get their replay this way, so that does the job for me. So they're going to be summoning out the Stargazer Magician, bringing out Skull Crowbats, searching a card. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know what most of these cards do. Summoning Beyond the Pendulum, they search out the Celestial Magician, then they set up a Double Iris and a Oath Dragon Magician. They are going to Pendulum summon out the Skull Crobat as well as the Stargazer, the Harmonizing Magician, and the Celestial. And bringing out from the deck Black Fang Magician using the Harmonizer. They go into Electromite under the Beyond the Pendulum. Electromite effect sending Purple Poison to the top of the extra deck, and then Oath Dragon Magician adding the Purple Poison back to the hand. They're going to pop the Double Iris Magician to add back the Astrograph Sorcerer. This also triggers the Double Iris Magician, and it triggers the Astrograph Sorcerer. This deck kind of plays like crazy. I think my opponent does misplay somewhere in this turn because their board doesn't end up being that incredible. Still good enough to beat me, but I do want to point out, like, you know, this deck is just obviously insane. Time Pendulum Graph getting searched out is just insane. They're going to summon out the Purple Poison Magician. Using 4 materials, they're going to make an Appaloosa. This is where I thought, like, okay, they probably misplayed somewhere, but I'm not familiar enough with this deck to tell you where. Then they make a Savage Dragon, equipping the Electromite to the Savage Dragon. So 2 Omni Negates, Time Pendulum Graph, and an Appaloosa. This might seem like not that amazing, but honestly, in a trap-only format, you really only need 1 Omni Negate, right? Because you're gonna, if I had like Imperm, you could negate that, or if I had Evenly Matched, you can negate that. Then Time Pendulum Graph is just insane because it's both backward removal and monster removal. And negating monster effects is just the name of the game in this event, to be honest. So even though it doesn't look that impressive, I still think this is a really, really good board for this format. I try to do what I can, you know, like I'm looking at my hand and I'm like, man, I really can't do anything here. Plus, they activate the Maxi. Plus, they have Ash in hand. So I just feel kind of stupid here. I go for Adara. You know, I make like my Link 1. At this point, it's just kind of goofy. I'm just playing cards, trying to do things. But it's just obvious to me that I had no way of winning that. So definitely, even on a sub-standard board from what Kronos was telling me, you can still like easily win games with this deck. So I definitely think Pendulum Magicians, Performapal Pendulum, whatever you want to call it, this deck is really hot, really saucy, and really strong this event. Anyway, on to the next. All right, so next up here we have Raptor's Armed Dragon deck, and this thing is probably just going to blow your mind. I mean, the combos in this deck are just insane. So summoning out the Catapult Turtle, you can bring out from deck the Armed Dragon level 5, then summon out Pile Armed Dragon, sending a level 5 from deck to grave. Level 5 engrave trigger, searching out Tempest. Then you can activate Pile Armed again, discarding Tempest to make Galaxy Tomahawk. And this is not an infinite negate build. Of course, if you want to play the infinite negate build, that's very good too. But this one wants to go even further beyond. So using this here, you make a Link Spider. Yeah. Then you make an Aurorodon, getting 3 Aurorodon tokens. Absolutely insane. Using Aurorodon and Link Spider, we're going to go bring out the O-Lion. We can go into Axel Synchron. Then we're going to trigger the O-Lion in the grave. Activate Axel Synchron, sending Jet Synchron to the grave, making a Baron de Fleur. Jet Synchron in the grave, discard Defense Draw, summon out the Jet Synchron, make Cupid Pitch. Cupid Pitch effect activate using the material here, making Borreload Savage Dragon. Then Savage Dragon is going to equip. They're going to try to Cypher Gear Gamma. We're going to negate with Ash. Then our Savage is going to get its Aurorodon as material. Then we can go Nemesis Corridor, and they're going to try to use Gamma, but we're going to negate it with the Savage Dragon. Summoning out Corridor, we can make ourselves a Colossus, and oh my god, this is one of the craziest boards in this event. Now, this deck is currently being played in Ranked, actually, so the opponent is like playing with spells, I'm pretty sure, which, I mean, not really an issue. They're playing Zodiac and going for Borbal. I'm going to make a Zeus. I don't know if that's really going to be good enough. Pretty sure Raptor has this in the back here. They make, yeah, exactly. It's just that easy, you know what I mean? So really impressive deck, really impressive showing. Quick, easy, simple, powerful. Cover girl. All right, and for the final replay here today, shouts out to Surf in the Discord. And we're going with the Adamancipators here. So starting with the Roxy's, summoning out Meow Moo, banishing the Dragite from hand, summoning out Dropsies, summoning Adamancipator Researcher, and we doing some Adamancipator things. Excavate 5, summon out the Koakimeru Guardian to protect yourself from hand traps. Then you go into Prankid's Doodle Doo, summon out a Roxy's from deck, make a Risen Raptite, special summon the Seeker, Excavate 5, and what are we adding? What are we getting? Some good hot... Oh! You'll love to see that. And you get also the Risen here. So, okay. Yeah, we didn't get anything off the Seeker. With the Risen, we get the Analyzer effect, Excavate 5. I think we might be going for the Doki Doki here. Yes, Doki Doki. And making a Baron de Fleur. Then using Doki Doki and the... Okay, making an Appaloosa. Pretty good. So, this is still a really solid... Oh, wait. We're losing the Koakimeru Guardian. Well, you know, it's not a bad board. You know, like I was saying earlier, Omni Negate plus Monster Negates is pretty much all you need in this event. Now, of course, the opponent is not playing under Anti-Spell, but even then, this was enough to win. So that just goes to show the power of Adamancipators. And that was a substandard board. You can go even further than that with Adamancipators. So honestly, I think this is really, really one of the best decks in the format at the moment for Anti-Spell event. However, that's going to be it for the replays. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, leave a comment if you have any decks you think I missed in this video. Of course, I can't put them all in the list. I think Trap Tricks is going to be really strong. Tri Brigade, Zodiac is going to be really, really strong as well. So, you know, like as some people will say True Draco, I actually think True Draco is trash without spells, but that's just me. So, overall, just let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me know if you like the event. We'll see. I have hopes for it. I think it's going to be pretty fun. I think it won't be as bad as people expect, but I could be wrong. So anyway, let's just get into it. Let's have some fun, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Huge shout out to the UCT tier members. That would be Raptor, Bongerman for 20, Dad Dude Joey, Hudaman Me, and Ritos, as well as everyone supporting over on Twitch in the baby tier, Miss tier, and people like you liking, commenting, and subscribing. That's it for me. I want to play some of this event now. So yeah, that's it. Peace.